Hi parents, here is a video on for you regarding students' applications and the applications that we use at school daily. Students would begin by going to the AISD homepage right here, AISD.net. If you click on a picture, as you can see, it'll take you to Flickr for that, whatever that posting is in regards to. But the homepage is designed by our webmaster. Our students are going to click on the tab Students, and they're going to scroll down under the miscellaneous column and click on the link that says Rapid Identity. In order for students to log in, they'll need to know their username and their password, which they were given at the beginning of the school year. If your student is having trouble recalling their username or password, please send us an email through Dojo or through regular email, and we will email that back to you, or we will have the students copy it in their take-home folder and bring it home with them. I'm already logged in as a student, so let's take a look at what your child should be able to see on their screen. Here are some applications that we use. Some of the ones that we use on a daily basis is Think Through Math in our math class. And Think Through Math students it's a program where students can earn points. That pathway that they have has been designed for them. It was based on a math inventory that they took at the beginning of the school year. So every child's pathway is not the same. That Think Through Think Through Math, or which is now called Imagine Math, is designed for the students on an individual learning style or individual assessments needed. So one student may be on a fourth grade level with decimals, whereas another student may still be on a beginning third grade level with place value. It all depends on how well or how they tested when they took their math inventory test. Think Read 180 is also a system, but not used by every student. Read 180 is something that some students use to um, make up with reading gaps that they may have. So not all students use Read 180 system. However, we do use Learning. All students use learning.com, which they'll typically use with me when we're doing the our what we need to know time. And these are technology lessons that they will learn where they're learning typing and typing skills and digital media skills. Next is their Google Drive and their Google Docs. This is their storage area, and this is where they can store their files that they may be creating and working on in whomever's classroom. So I'm going to show you what one of the in their Google Drive. Some students, they don't have a lot of files, but they do have some shared files. If you look to the left under Team Drive, I have created a shared file for all of my students so they could click on it and see some of the files that I have shared with them. In there is some homework lessons that were shared with them in September. Other files I'll normally include are files such as documents that we're working on in classroom or additional studies or even some type of math aid such as hundreds charts, decimal charts, fraction bars, and things of that nature. And again, they'll always have access to it on their team shared drive. They can also share things with us. So if they're told to upload a file, they can come to new and create a cancel. Don't want to create a new drive, a new team, but they can also come to new and upload a new file whenever they're told to share a file with us. So this is basically it. This is just them coming to this site and accessing their application from here. The one thing you don't see on here that you learned about during the parent orientation was Canvas. In order to access Canvas, you go back to the AISD homepage. And the student will click on students, and the link for Canvas is here. And the student will use their login, and they can log in from there. When the students log in, you'll see that it'll take you automatically to the dashboard. In the dashboard is where their lessons are loaded. For now, you'll see a lot of math lessons loaded here. Or not math, I apologize. A lot of science lessons and some reading lessons posted here. Math lessons will soon come in Canvas. So here students have access to different lessons that have been uploaded by Ms. Skelton, and the courses are listed here. In the lessons, once you click on it, depending on how she has created the lesson in Canvas, there will be certain things that will be accessible. It'll tell you whether there's a quiz in there or discussions or what have you. So for this unit, there were no discussions created, but you will see if you go and click on courses, Ms. Skelton will upload those courses as they become available. So to go back to the dashboard, here are some of the units that they've covered so far in science. Common nouns for writing, volume and density, and writing in general. And again, these are all Miss Skelton's lessons. Miss Soleil and myself, we will also upload lessons into Canvas for your students, but we just have not at this time. However, students can also access Google Classroom, and they can go to the Google toolbar and type in Google Classroom, and they can sign in here. Once, if they're already signed into Rapid ID, like the student has been, once they sign into Rapid ID, if they open a new tab and type in Google Classroom, they shouldn't have to log in again. They're already there. And here you'll see here, this is where I have set up my online classroom. Now again, I will be transitioning from Google Classroom to Canvas this year. I just have not set up my Canvas classroom. Right now, a lot of my students and a lot of my things are still available in Google Classroom. When the student clicks on the Google Classroom link, whatever new postings I posted will be at the top of their feed. And typically I will post things such as their exit tickets for the end of the day. And it'll probably be a math question with multiple choice answers that they can answer. And again, typically they answer these at within the class period before they leave. And then the grade is graded and sent back to them. And again, you'll know if the lesson's been completed because it will say completed. Now, this lesson is actually an old lesson that we were teaching back in the beginning of September. So they should have some new lessons out there. And again, whatever classroom they're in, it'll be listed here on their dashboard. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing else other than that. Again, all of their applications are listed here, and they can access these at home, and they can also use them on the weekends. They are there for their use. I hope this information was helpful. If not, please let me know by shooting me an email or sending me a message on Dojo. Thank you.